With the PvP season being available in Lost Ark, let's talk about how to PvP on Gunslinger, starting off with the basics such as your build and your combo. As I'm not a huge expert in PvP, I have my friend Zergling, who is currently the #1 Gunslinger on the entire NAE server, to help me out. He's also the #1 Grandmaster at the same time, being the second person to reach Grandmaster on the NAE server at the time of making this video. You can find his social in the link below in the description as well as in the pinned comment, including his Twitch as well as his YouTube, so check him out.
Yeah, it's honestly more like an assassin, I would say. Actually, you're just like playing from like range, using your cyber skills, and then when you see the opportunity, then you go in with your pistol skills, get your damage off really quickly, and then leave with your mobility. Because you have the mobility to single people out, to like to literally catch people when they're alone, and also your best damage comes out from when like you're alone with the person and no one can interrupt, right?
Starting off with your stat tuning, you want 750 swiftness, 249 specialization for sniper damage, and finally 1 point into crit.
Pretty much every class in the game, every character you want to max out the swiftness. You want everything in swiftness just because it makes all your animations quicker, and it actually gives you cooldown reduction too. So it's just a really overtuned stat in PvP. And then we have our 249 points in specialization here. Most classes use domination in PvP because it gives you bonus damage when people are stunned or on the ground. But we actually use specialization on Gunslinger because it increases the damage of our sniper skills, so it's better for poking. And also a lot of the Gunslinger combos, you only stagger the person. You don't necessarily knock them down, so your damage won't benefit from domination.
So let's quickly go over the skill that was recommended to me. If you only care about the tripod, then feel free to skip over this section. There should be a picture or a link in the description that have the skill in it. But starting off with Spiral Tracker, we're gonna take Swift Finger for just letting the skill come out faster, which is the most important aspect about PvP, just having your stuff connect and stuff. Moving on to the grenade, this is gonna be your most important skills. Not only this allow you to CC enemy and combo into them, but also allow you to peel away enemy from your teammate. So using this grenade carefully is going to be the most important thing in PvP. The tripod we're going to do is going to be range throw as well as freeze grenade. You want to freeze the enemy up, and freeze is the best CC in the game, and so that's really important. The range throw also lets you throw a bit further in case you need to peel your enemy off. Moving on to quick step, we're going to have excellent mobility and tenacity. This is going to be your primary engage, and it's going to be the #1 most important skill you learn how to use. We'll talk about it a little bit more later in the combo section. Into somersault shot, this is a really good mobility skills with agility movement, massive evasion, and super armor. This skills is going to have a 6-second cooldown with level 2 super armor, which is really good. It lets you get away from a lot of stuff. That fire, we're going to be taking tenacity for super armor and then chain throw and the decimation right here. This lets you teleport 6 meter forward and can be used as a secondary engage aside from your quick step, since this also have super armor on it as well. But do know that this is a soft stagger. What that means is that if the enemy is in any kind of animation, you will actually not be able to stagger them. So for the most part, this is used as a teleport, but in case the enemy is not in the animation, you will be able to stagger them. Onto dexterity shot, which is just another basic movement skill, but also it comes with hard staggers. We're going to take agility movement and excellent mobility. Peacekeeper is a mobility skill we simply use because it teleports us 6 meter forward when we take the excellent mobility tripod. You can also use this to try to combo into enemy, but most of the time people will expect it because this comes out relatively slow. Bullet rain is a good filler skill that have super armor on it, and by taking the AoE tripod, we can catch enemy in it easier, which will stagger them, and that allow us to follow up with a skill such as Spiral Tracker, and then into our shotgun and sniper combo. Talking about sniper and shotgun combo, the most important skills are of course these one, which are actually your damaging skills. Moving on to our #1 primary damaging skills in Gunslinger, which is Last Request. We're gonna have quick prep, execution, and then double shot. This is a really important damaging skill, and it's one of the most important damaging skills aside from catastrophe, which we'll talk about later. Through a buckshot, we're gonna take Swift Finger here again, just make it come out faster. This is gonna be used as a follow-up skill after your sharpshooter, and that's pretty much it for the shotgun. Onto the 2 last sniper skill, which is perfect shot. We're gonna be taking the super armor once again, but also the perfect aim, which let us cancel the skill by just walking away, and just put it on a short cooldown, which let us try it again. And so this is one of the way we can kind of hit people from far away by trying to aim at them and then turning onto them on the last second so that they don't see the projectile line coming. And finally, we have the focus shot, which we're going to be taking a quick aim, enhanced bullet to do more damage against enemies that are low, and then finally quick finish. This is really good follow-up skill after whenever your combo is. Now that you know how to build, let's cover how to use them as well. Starting off with quick step, this is going to be your primary engage. You slide forward and then fire a shot, and then you'll stagger the enemy, which allow you to follow up with either the Spiral Tracker or the bomb, like this, into staggers, or a quick step into a freeze bomb for freeze. Once you have your CC confirmed, it's time to go in and start doing damage. So the most basic combo is going to be starting off of your quick step into the freeze, like I showed you before, into the last request, and finally follow up that by sharpshooter, do a buckshot, and then the hour of judgment.
Yeah. Oh, they actually just don't want to roll. Sharpshooter. Nice. Okay, cool buckshot. Alright, and now he's skilled. Yeah. Oh.
You can do a similar combo follow-up with your Catastrophe instead. In this case, again, same opening quick step, Spiral Tracker for staggers, Catastrophe for knockup, and just follow up with your rest of the sniper skills, which knock them out here again, and finally knock them out here again, which is a really good combo with all your sniper skills if you do have them out.
And now you can extend these combos by adding, if you save your freeze bomb for like the intermediate part of it, right? As they're knocked up from the last request, you swap back to your pistols and throw the freeze grenade. So you catch them in the air. So you freeze them in the air and they don't touch the ground yet.
So what that means is that, well, usually your last request will knock the enemy up, and you can actually throw a freeze bomb right when they're falling down to freeze them, which will extend your combo. Just to demonstrate here, last request knock up, freeze, and then you can extend your combo like this. When they stand up, there'll be staggers, similar to before. That means it is possible to get both your last request off and your catastrophe off both in one combo, and you should try to do it because these two are your most two primary damaging skills. So what you could do is quick step, spiral trackers, last request will knock up, bomb for freeze, catastrophe, and then follow up with the rest of your combo like your shotgun or your sniper. So now that you know the basic damage combo, let's talk about the secondary engage, which is Peacekeeper and Deathfire. Peacekeeper is really hard to engage because it's just really slow, but Deathfire come out as an instant teleport, so you can use that as an engagement as well.
Sometimes your slide shot is gonna miss, or people will just know to expect it, and they're gonna spacebar as soon as they see you slide, right? So we have another cool ability called Deathfire here, which teleports you forward and also staggers everyone in a 360 radius around you. You can do all three, so you can space forward into the Deathfire, into the extra shot, all in really one quick motion, and it covers a huge amount of ground.
So in this combo here, we start with a spacebar immediately followed by a Deathfire teleport, and then into dexterity shot for a hard staggers. And then we will throw the spiral tracker onto them once they are hard staggered to continue the stagger, which can lead us into our basic combo that was previously mentioned. An important final call out is, however, make sure that you're not restricting yourself to only doing these combos. Get creative. As long as you're doing your attack, then it's fine. One of my biggest mistakes when I was learning how to PvP is that I would feel like I can only do this combo and this is the only way I can play the game. And that's definitely not true. As long as you're hitting your attack, as long as you're doing damage, honestly that's good enough. Combo is just a way for you to hit your attack easier or guarantee to hit your attack on the enemy. But in general, you know, if an enemy is on the ground and they don't have roll because your teammate comboed it onto them, then just dump all your attack onto them and you do a lot of damage. So don't feel like you have to do the combo in a specific order because that's not true. Unfortunately, PvP in Lost Ark involve a lot more than that we cannot really cover. I gave you the basic combo, which I figured that will help you get started, because otherwise you don't really know where to start, like what kind of skill do you even use to begin with. But I think this will give you a good starting point, and then you can start learning about PvP from this point on, like how does CC really work, what are the matchups that are bad for Gunslinger, what are the matchups that are good for Gunslinger, how can you play with your teammate. Those are things that you can slowly learn by playing, but of course you have to start playing, and the first step I think is to know what your class does and learn about your combo and how to connect them. And from there on, I think you can get very far. So with that being said, I'll leave you off here for now. Once again, I apologize for not being able to cover a lot of aspects about PvP, but I think it's enough to get you started. So with that being said, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you have more questions about Gunslinger PvP, I do stream Lost Ark over on Twitch, so you can ask me over there anytime that I'm streaming. Special thanks to Zergling, who is the #1 Gunslinger on NAEs. I don't think he's #1 by the time I make this video, but he was #1. So hey, definitely check him out as well, and his social will be in the link in the description. So that being said, I'll see you guys all next time.